Welcome to the historic Blue Jay Gymnasium for this interconference matchup between Westminster College and Washington University. I'm Nash Walker, happy to bring you women's basketball on the Blue Jay Sports Network. The Jays are coming in hot, winning 6 straight to avenge their opening loss at the beginning of the season. They're 3-0 on this court this year, and they average a strong 76 points per game. As for the hosting Washington Bears, they scored a similar clip, averaging 74 points per game. They currently hold a 4-2 record and have won their last 2. Players to watch tonight will include Westminster's Kendall Adams, who just recently scored her 1,000th point for the Blue Jays. She's taking a whopping 7.6 3-pointers per game and averages almost a double-double, with 16.3 points and 9.1 rebounds per contest. As for the Bears, forward Madeline Homely will have her hands full with Adams, but is a threat on the offensive side of the ball. On the offensive side of the court herself, putting up 15.5 points on 54% shooting this season. We're going to take a short break for the national anthem. When we come back, opening tip.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to center court, where we'd like to take a moment to recognize today's game sponsor. Please join us in recognizing Monica Industries in Glasgow, Missouri. Thank you for being a part of Blue Jay Nation and Westminster Women's Basketball Club. Good evening. Westminster College welcomes you to the historic gym for tonight's basketball matchup between the WashU University Bears and Westminster College Blue Jays. At this time, we ask you to please rise, remove your hats, as we honor America with a performance of our national anthem sung by Westminster student Lydia Head.
There you have it, a wonderful Star-Spangled Banner opening national anthem here at Westminster College. Like I said, Washington University visiting tonight the Bears from St. Louis to play these Westminster Blue Jays, who are hot, winning 6 straight on their schedule to open the season. Again, I'm Nash Walker, happy to join you this evening on Thursday night. It's a little chilly out there, but the gym will be hot. Westminster is 2-0 in the conference and 3-0 at home, and will host Washington University. For the starting 5 for Washington, Carolyn Ballard, the forward number 12, will start in the front court. She averages 6.8 points per game, 4.0 rebounds per game, and just under 3 assists per game at 2.7. Number 40, Stephanie Bodkin, will join her in the front court. She averages about 7 points and 3 rebounds per game. She shoots the ball at a 39.5% clip from the field. We talked a little bit about Madeline Homely, the forward. She averages 15.5 points per game, shoots a wonderful percentage from the field with 54% of her shots finding the bottom of the bucket, and grabs 7.3 rebounds per game. Number 5, Becca Clark Callender, the guard in the backcourt, shoots 57.1% from 3, so she's going to be one to watch tonight. Number 5 from the three-point line. You got to think if this Washington team gets down to Westminster, a team that's been so good at home, they'll get the ball out to Clark Callender to shoot some threes. Rachel Sondag, the number 11 guard, has been removed from the starting lineup tonight And it's not a big surprise. She's shooting just 27% from the field this year and 25.7% from three. She has been benched in favor of Christina Schmettler. Schmettler takes an average of 7.1 shots per game. So a little more offense in the starting lineup tonight for Washington. They know they're going to have to score points against this Westminster team. They have two studs in Miracle Johnson, the forward, number 20, averaging 17.3 points per game, shooting 53.8% from the field. And we talked about her, Kendall Adams, after scoring her 1,000th point of her career, comes back to her home court tonight, averaging 16.3 points per game and takes a whopping 7.6 3-pointers per game. So this team can get out early with threes behind Adams. She also grabs 9.1 boards, nothing to frown at, and also dishes out 4 assists per game. So no doubt the Washington Bears will have their hands full with Adams and Miracle Johnson in the front court. We're getting ready to tip off here at the historic gym at Westminster College tonight. It's Thursday night. It's 6 o'clock. We're ready to tip it off. Nash Walker here with you. Happy to bring you women's basketball on the Blue Jay Sports Network. There are 10 ladies on the court. I believe that is how many you need to start. The ref has the ball. We're getting ready to rock. And this one is officially underway. Getting the tip is Washington. The Bears will take it down with the ball is Becca Clark-Callender. We talked about how good she is from three, but this time she'll dish it off to her partner, Madeline Homely, who goes up and scores right away. Madeline Homely with a quick two. Homely on the board early. We said she averages 15.5 points per game. Already has two. Just 20 seconds in, it's 2-0 Washington University. Taking the three now and missing is Callie Dowler, the guard. She shoots 41.7% from three, but that one cannot fall. Rachel Sondag takes it up now. Looks like she did get back into the starting lineup for Washington University. Head coach for WashU is Randy Henderson, barking out orders to her squad on the offensive side of the ball. They lead 2-0 with 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Going the ball down low to Homely. Homely, a little bit of a mismatch. Goes up with the left, and it's blocked but fouled. The block and the foul called on Abby Reese. Tough to stop Homely down there in the paint, and she will go to the line for two. She already has a bucket in this game as her squad leads 2-0. She hits the first, and it's 3-0. Homely is a freshman, she's a senior, but she's a forward, a 6'2" forward, senior from Kansas City, Missouri. And you can see that leadership, that seniority, as she hits the second free throw, and it's 4-0. She's got experience, and she came to play tonight early on. Holding the basketball now is Ray Imamura. Imamura hands it off to Kendall Adams, the guard. She gives it back to Imamura. Throwing it down to Miracle Johnson, and she misses. It's off the backside of the rim. And here comes Washington University back the other way. With the ball taking it in is Becca Clark-Callender. She dishes it out to Homely. Homely shot off the left side of the rim, almost wedging in between the rim and the backboard there. And a quick run back for Westminster. Going to the basket hard. Going in and scoring. No, it's off. Missing the bucket is Rachel Sondag. We've been talking about how much she struggled from the field this season, shooting just 27%. And one fouled for Washington U is Sondag on the other end. That was Callie Dowler missing the bucket for Westminster. And Rachel Sondag coming back the other way and getting fouled and one. So it's 6-0 Washington. The Bears out ahead with the free throw pending. Sondag hits the free throw. Like I said, she's just struggled from the field. I had it wrong. I thought Sondag played for Westminster, but she got the and one there for Washington and brings her team to a 7-0 lead here at Westminster University. Imamura with the ball now at the top of the key. Dishing it down to Johnson. Dowler gives it off to Adams. Adams goes in and scores. Kendall Adams with the bucket. And it's 7-2 with just under 8 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Homely with the ball now. She dishes it out to Clark-Callender. Clark-Callender over to Sondag. Sondag gets it back to Homely. Homely with the ball and the step. A foul is called in the paint. A foul called on Westminster there. It's Abby Reese. after the made jump shot from Kendall Adams on the other end. Homely with the jumper now, and it's good. Madeline Homely has found the bottom of the bucket for 6 of the Washington University's 9 points tonight. The other 3 coming from Rachel Sondag. A 3 is taken and missed there by Abby Reese. Ballard with the rebound, and on the other end, a turnover, and Westminster will take it back on offense. Carolyn Ballard being marked for the turnover there for Washington U. So far, it has been the Madeline Homely show. She has 6 points, and her team leads 9-2. The 2 coming from Kendall Adams. Ooh, and a nice cut from Adams, but she is unable to get the rock, and she throws it off of a Washington University forward. That was Carolyn Ballard taking one in the leg, and a nice play there from Kendall Adams to get the ball back for her Blue Jays. But the inbound now is Ema Murrah. Ema Murray back to Johnson. Johnson at the top of the key. We talked about her. She averages 17.3 points per game. And a bucket there, a 3-ball. A wonderful 3-point shot from Kendall Adams. And a foul called on the other end. Kendall Adams with a quick 5 points. She has all of her team's 5 points. It is 9-5 Washington University Bears. They will go to the line now. However, it is Christina Schmetler. She likes to shoot. She is second on the team in shots per game with 7.1. The first free throw is off. It's 9-5 here. That free throw helps Westminster after the Adams three-pointer. The second one is true for Schmetler, and it's 11-5 Washington University. The 3 from Adams, it's off. Looking for a foul there. It looked like Sondag, may have bumped her down, but this time it's Sondag in the corner. Gives it off to the top of the key to Ballard. Ballard down to Schmetler, and a travel is called on Schmetler. Christina Schmetler holding the ball far too long with too many steps. Westminster will take possession. Six minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter as Ema Murrah takes the ball up for the Blue Jays. She's got it on the left side, a nice little dribble move there, and a handoff to Adams. Adams has it now. Looking for some speed. The ball is kicked down there, and a shot. No good. It's a miss there for Westminster. That was Johnson on the left side. Going down low to Homely, and Homely's got it over Johnson. A nice move from Madeline Homely. She's got 8 points. It's 13-5. Washington leading Westminster here early in the first quarter with 5 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. We expected a good one tonight with Washington coming in at 4-2 and winning their last 2. And of course, Westminster has won 6 straight and 3 on this court as they try to go down low. But the shot is missed, and a rebound grab there from Jamie Williams. John A. Williams, excuse me. Williams grabs it again to Johnson. Johnson back out. Bucket is good. It's Callie Dowler with the bucket. But an injury on the court. Down on the floor is Christina Schmetler. Looked like there may have been an injury under the basket. We'll take a short break for Schmetler's injury. When we come back, it's 13-7. Washington U leads with 5 minutes and 30 seconds in the first quarter. Schmetler has been helped up and is taken off of the court. Don't want to speculate. It looks like maybe an ankle or a knee injury. She's limping very gingerly to the Washington bench. We wish her the best in her recovery. We know that she's a big part of this team on the court. But Christina Schmetler off the court, the junior, is a leader for the Bears. Clark Callender heads to the bench and will have to immediately come back out as Homely takes a jumper and it's off the back rim. Board there from Johnson, but a foul is called and the crowd erupts after Johnson grabs the rebound. Another good defensive play from Westminster with 5:17 remaining in the first quarter. It's 13-7 Washington leads. Maybe the crowd trying to give their home squad a boost here in the historical gym. Klossner, Sondag, Ballard, Botkin, and Homely on the court for Washington. The 5, of course, is Adams going down and missing for Westminster, but it's Adams, Monig, Johnson, Dowler, and Imamura. Going to the basket hard and scoring is Rachel Sondag. She's had a good start to this game despite shooting 27% from the field this year. A nice bucket there down low to give her team a 15-7 lead. Leading by 8 with 4:45 remaining in the first quarter as Imamura has the ball, gets it down low, but it's a nice block from Homily. She tries to keep it out, but it's going to stay down here for Westminster. Nice defensive play from Homily to get a hand in there, but she couldn't save it from going out of the baseline, and Imamura will inbound from that spot. Imamura with an inbound to Adams. Adams makes a nice move, getting to the basket, fouled. Not sure who was called on the Washington side, but Adams will get to the line for 2. Foul called on, I believe it was number 2 for WashU. That's Haley Semple, the freshman guard, unable to contain the senior Kendall Adams. Adams hits the first as Haley Semple enters the game and Carolyn Ballard goes to the bench. Both are true for Kendall Adams. It's 15-9. Her team is down by 6 with 4:30 remaining in the first quarter. Going hard to the basket, Katie Klossner, but a travel is called. That's the second thus far on Washington, and turnovers are starting to become a factor. Checking into the game now for Westminster is Michaela Jackson, the sophomore guard. She comes in for Callie Dowler after the travel call, and almost a turnover for Westminster, but going in hard. Looks like it's going to be an offensive foul on Kendall Adams. She lowered the shoulder going into the paint and made the bucket, but a foul is called, and Washington has the ball. Another turnover in this one, this time by the senior guard, Kendall Adams. Adams has 7 points and 2 fouls now, so definitely a development to watch for this Westminster team, The foul trouble for Adams. You got to wonder if she's going to come out at the next break to conserve those penalties. Top of the key now is Haley Semple with the ball. She gets it down to Katie Klossner. Klossner down to Homely. Homely with the right hand. It's good. Madeline Homely with another bucket. The 6'2 forward senior has a plethora of points here. She's got 10. 10 of the 17 points for Washington coming from Homely. They lead 17-9 as a 3 is airballed by Westminster, and here comes Haley Semple on the run. It's an odd woman rush, you would say, as the ball is trying to get down, but stolen by Johnson, and Johnson gives it out to Imamura. A lot of action happening here as Imamura dribble handoff to Kendall Adams. A foul is called again on Haley Semple. That will be her second in as many minutes with 3:25 remaining. This one is on the floor, and an inbound will be thrown by Kendall Adams. It's 17-9 Washington University with a wonderful start and a great start from Madeline Homely as she heads to the bench. Late sub called for Westminster. Checking into the game is Checking into the game for Washington University, Callie Dowler comes back in for Jaden Monig. Imamura with the ball now. She has yet to come off the court in the first quarter. There's 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Kendall Adams loses it, and coming back the other way is Haley Semple after the foul. Little teardrop, it's good. Timeout called by Westminster. It's 19-9 after Haley Semple has a nice steal and teardrop. Look like Isaiah Thomas of now the Denver Nuggets with the teardrop as Washington University is rolling. It's 19-9 when we come back. More from the first quarter. 3:07 remaining. 19-9 Washington over Westminster. back after a short timeout here at Westminster University in the historic gym. The gym in which Winston Churchill once gave a very famous Iron Curtain speech. Pretty cool history here tonight. I'm Nash Walker. As Washington University leads 19-9. Kendall Adams with the ball, looking to post up, but gives it off. A nice pick. Three is good. Three ball smacked home from Callie Dowler. She's up to 5 points on the night. And a much-needed three brings the lead to 7 for Washington University. Callie Dowler with a three from Kendall Adams. Adams going for the steal there, but it's Semple again. Goes in hard, and a foul is called. Not offensive. Crowd wanted an offensive call there after Adams was whistled for the same infraction on the other end, but the ref decides that Semple was blocked going to the basket after beating Adams there. Adams wanted to go for the steal, and I think Semple just had a step on her, and Westminster had to foul her going to the basket. Semple has been good so far, but misses the first free throw. Haley Semple has 2 points and 2 quick fouls. Fouls have been a big story of this first quarter, with, like we said, the star Kendall Adams having 2 already with 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Haley Semple missed both free throws, and Johnson grabbed the rebound for Westminster as Ema Murrah has the ball. She has not taken a shot yet in this game. Gives it off for the three, and the three is smacked home by Michaela Jackson off the bench. Michaela Jackson with a much-needed three, another much-needed three to cut the deficit to 4 here with 2 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's 19-15 Washington, as Ema Murrah almost grabs a steal there, but luckily Washington stays with it. It's Katie Kloster. Kloster gets it up to her big Grace Fortman, a three taken and missed. Really good defense from Johnson there to push Stephanie Bodkin off the ball. The crowd is hyped up as the energy is picking up in the gym. Ema Murrah with the ball, but she wants to slow it down. She has a play call for her 5, and they will set up, looking to get the ball to Michaela Jackson, but no, it's Adams out to Jackson. Jackson for 3. Bang! No, it's out and ribbed out at the last second. It looked like it went for Jackson. That would have been her second consecutive 3. It didn't miss by much. But Westminster, nevertheless, down by just 4 now after being down by 10 just about 2 minutes ago. A nice run for Westminster here. Although Michaela Jackson did miss that three-pointer, there's a minute 39 remaining in the first quarter, and Westminster is down 19-15 on their home court. Katie Kloster has the ball, gives it out to her star, Madeline Homely, and it's off that time. Homely, a rare miss, and going for a rebound, fighting for it. Foul is called, and it'll head back the other way. I believe the ball actually went out of bounds, on the baseline, but good hustle regardless from Madeline Homely, who has 10 early points for Washington. She's a main reason why her team leads by 4 in the first quarter on the road here. Not easy to beat these Blue Jays when they are at home. They're 3-0 so far this season, and a clear favorite in this one, in this interconference matchup, but they're down early. Kendall Adams down low. Foul gets called, and she's unable to get the bucket, but the foul is called on number 5, Becca Clark-Callender, the guard. Clearly a mismatch down low with Adams. Adams just out-muscling her to the basket, and the foul is called on the court. Clark-Callender is not happy about it. Shaking her head as Adams will take the first free throw here. Ball doesn't lie, and Adams hits. So now we know it was a true foul. If you hit the free throw, you know the rule in basketball. That means that the foul was, of course, correctly called, as Adams misses the second, though. And it's 19-16. Westminster down by 3 to Washington. Back up top to Homely. Homely gets it down, and the right hand is good. Stephanie Bodkin with a nice right-handed shot there. She averages 7.3 points per game, and she's got her first 2 there for Washington. Ema Murrah with the ball at the top of the key. She has yet to take a shot, but she's been a primary ball handler for this team. Kicking it down low, she has it now at the top of the key. She shoots a really good percentage from 3 at 57% clip. Going to the basket now with the right hand. Dishing it out, the 3 is taken. It's off, it's an air ball. An air ball there from Kendall Miller, but they get their own rebound, and Jackson with the ball, but it's a shot clock violation. The 3 from Miller did not touch the rim, therefore the shot clock does not reset on an offensive rebound. And they violate the shot clock there with 31 seconds remaining, a 30-second shot clock up there now for Washington University as they lead 21-16. It would be really nice if they could get a bucket here, maybe to run out that clock at the end of the first quarter. They lead by 5, and taking it up very slowly is Becca Clark-Callender. Looks like they will elect to dribble out the clock with 15, 14, now 13 remaining on the clock for the first quarter. She gives it off to Katie Klossner at the top of the key. Looks like they're going to try to drop a play for Homely as the clock gets down to 5, 4, going up hard and scoring is again Stephanie Bodkin. She's got her second bucket, and here comes Ema Murrah from half court. Just short. It was online, but it was not far enough. And Washington University behind Madeline Homely's 10 points and Stephanie Bodkin's last 2 buckets lead by 7 after 1 quarter. 23-16 when we come back, second quarter action here at Westminster University. Welcome back for second quarter action at Westminster University. The 10 women you will see on the court for Washington University, their 5 consists of Klossner, Clark-Callender, Ballard, Botkin, and Homely. For Westminster, it will be Ema Murrah, Miller, Johnson, Jackson, and Adams. We've yet to see a point from Miracle Johnson. She's the leading scorer on this Westminster team, despite Kendall Adams averaging over 16 points per game. Johnson actually averages 17 as Adams takes the shot, and it's in and out. Rebound there from Homely, coming back the other way quickly, gets it off to her teammate Clark-Callender. Callender with the ball, gives it back off to Homely. Really good in transition as Washington University, Ben, as Homely gets another bucket. She is up to 12 points for the Bears. 25-16 here, 30 seconds into the second quarter. As Ema Murrah gives it off to Kendall Adams, the guard. She puts it up, 2 drop is good. In traffic, Kendall Adams scoring. And Washington, you guessed it, they want to run as Clark-Callender gets it up with a nice dribble handoff to Homely. Homely into the corner. 3 ball is no good. It's off the right side of the rim. That was Stephanie Bodkin on the 3, but an offensive rebound after a favorable bounce to Washington. Homely with the ball on the right side of the key. That's where they want it. Clark-Callender from deep. She's misses. It's in and out again. We've seen a couple of those tonight as Ema Murrah has the ball taking it up court. Ema Murrah on the left side looking to facilitate. It's 25-18 with 8 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Westminster down to Washington University as Kendall Adams has the ball, gets it back to Ema Murrah, gets it down low to Johnson. Johnson, leading scorer, like we said, goes up and finally scores. It's a bucket down low for Miracle Johnson. That's her first 2 points of the game, and it's 25-20. An exciting start to the second quarter. A lot of action, a lot of energy from both teams. Looks like they'll feel themselves out in the first quarter, and this time it's Homely down low. Misses, and a nice foul taken there from Ema Murrah. It's an offensive foul on Madeline Homely. Ema Murrah hit the court and was illegally hit by Madeline Homely, who has 12 points in this game. Really good defense from Ema Murrah. Looked like a mismatch as the guard matched up with the forward. Clear height disadvantage. Madeline Homely is 6'2". Ema Murrah is 5'5", so almost 9 inches on her there as Kendall Adams hits the bucket. A nice shot there from Kendall Adams, and she's kind of hot starting this second quarter. She's got 7 now. Ball is stolen again by Westminster. Coming back the other way is Rachel Sondag for three. She's got it. It's a tie game at Westminster University. Sondag hits the three ball, and the crowd erupts. A lot of energy in the court tonight on Thursday night. Timeout called by Washington University. We're going to go to break. When we come back, it's a tie basketball game. Callie Dowler will head to the bench, but Westminster ties it up at 25. A great showing from them. Madeline Homely, 12 points. Kendall Adams with 12 of her own for the Blue Jays. The two powerhouses going at it tonight in the front court. As Kendall Adams, the guard, has been down in the paint, unable to shoot the ball very well, but scoring nevertheless. As Clark Callender has at the top of the key, gives it off to Sondag, it's off. Rebound there from Adams. She'll take it herself up the court for Westminster in a tie basketball game at 25 with 7:25 remaining in the second quarter. Top of the key now is Callie Dowler. Dowler off to Ema Murrah. Ema Murrah looking like she wants to do something with it, but gives it out to Kendall Adams. Facilitates like she loves to do, but she's got it now with the shot clock winding down. She's going to give it off for three. It's Jackson. It's no good. Excuse me, that was Abby Reese on the three, and on the offensive board it was Miracle Johnson. Abby Reese missing the three-pointer. And Reese has the ball now after the dribble handoff from Ema Murrah. Ema Murrah with it in the corner, giving it to Adams. Adams for three. No, it's out. In and out once again for Kendall Adams. That's been a trend tonight. The ball rimming in and out like a toilet bowl. With 6 minutes and 41 seconds remaining, 25-25 here at Westminster University, Washington University with the basketball. Becca Clark Callender gives it down to Sondag. Sondag misses. Adams with the rebound. Adams wants to run. Comes back the other way. It's a fast break. Westminster, a steal there from Clark Callender. It's 2-on-2 back the other way. It's Callender and Sondag. Callender takes it herself with the left hand and misses. Adams tries to get the board, but it's given off to Reese. Ema Murrah back up the court on the fast break. Ema Murrah on the right side of the court into the corner. Gives it to Reese. Reese back to Adams at the top of the key. Callender, Clark Callender that is, with the hand, but a three ball and it's missed. Westminster with another missed three from Callie Dowler. Ema Murrah to Dowler, and it's a bad pass out of bounds. Washington will take possession. Ema Murrah ripped that ball and getting reamed by her head coach. That is James Arnold telling Ema Murrah, shoot the basketball. She just wants to pad those assist numbers, it looks like. She averages 5.1 assists per game. And tonight she has one as she grabs the rebound there. It's taken away by Sondag. From Sondag, excuse me. Three ball, Abby Reese. No, that's Callie Dowler on the miss. Johnson gets the rebound and one in the paint. Miracle Johnson grabbing the offensive rebound and scoring, plus the one. She's fouled with the bucket, and guess what? The Westminster Blue Jays lead by 2. 27-25 here with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Miracle Johnson has come alive in the second quarter after being pretty much vacant there in the opening quarter of the game. Miracle Johnson now up to 4 points, and with that one still 4 as Homely grabs the rebound, and Washington wants to run. They've shown that all night long as Klossner has it. Giving it off to Grace Fortman. Fortman off to Sondag, and Sondag into the corner for Klossner. Klossner, good ball movement here, as taking it with the right hand is Isabella Hratton. The first we've heard of her tonight, the 5'9 guard. She's a freshman from Longmont, Colorado. She gets two there inside, and it's a tie game at 27. Ray Ema Murrah with the ball once again for Westminster, taking it with the right hand. It's a miss. In traffic there, Ray Ema Murrah taking her head coach's advice and shooting the basketball, as Washington University takes a three of their own. Hitting the deck is Grace Fortman, but not before she smacked home a trifecta, and her Washington Bears lead by 3. Ema Murrah with it on the right side, giving it off to Reese. Kendall Miller with it, giving it off to Jackson. Miller putting it back up to Imamura. Imamura at the top of the key with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Imamura with it with the left hand, and it's taken away. A steal from Rachel Sondag of Washington, and Klossner has it now down back to Sondag. Sondag down to Homely. Homely with the bucket. It's 32-27, and timeout called from Westminster. A bad sequence for the Blue Jays. A turnover and a bucket on the other end from Rachel Homely. Madeline Homely. She's up to 14 points. She shot 6 of 9 from the field, and she has 8 rebounds with 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter. We'll go to a quick break. It's Washington 32, Westminster 27 here at Westminster University. So far, it has been a game of streaks as we near the end of the first half. Washington 32, Westminster 27. Washington shooting at a 59.1% clip. Westminster at just 34.5%, so they should be fortunate and feel fortunate that it's just a 5-point ball game as Ray Imamura takes the ball up the court, giving it off to Michaela Jackson. She wants to do something with it. Little dribble move and handing it to Abby Reese. Reese back to Jackson. Jackson down to Johnson, but a nice defensive play there from Homely. She's been great on the defensive end, getting her hand in passing lanes. For a majority of the first half, Madeline Homely. From 3, Westminster is just 4 of 17. Washington 1 of 5, so a lot of bricks from both teams from 3-point range, hence why the score just 32-27. With 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter. It has been an up-paced game as Johnson has it. So points coming on the fast break. Kendall Adams with it now on the left hand. Goes up with the right, and it's good. Favorable bounce for Kendall Adams. She's up to 14 points on the night. 32-29 now. Washington leads. More good ball movement over to Sondag. Sondag with the right-hand pass off to Klossner. Klossner pushes off of Imamura. And drawing her second offensive foul of the game is point guard Ray Imamura. She's been great defensively in the first half. And Westminster will have an opportunity to tie it up with a 3 or get within 1 point with a 2 with the basketball. 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Imamura with it off the left side. Imamura dribbles off with the left hand, gives it off to Adams. Adams into the corner for Miller. Miller back up to Adams. Adams at the top of the key, back to Kendall Miller. A lot of good ball movement again for Westminster, and a foul called on Madeline Homely down in the paint. She's had trouble in the second quarter containing Miracle Johnson. Johnson coming alive, the leading scorer for this Westminster Blue Jays team. Although she has just, 4 points. She's leaving her mark, and she's a clear matchup issue for Washington. Kendall Adams with the ball at the top of the key, gives it off to Miller. Miller back to Adams. Adams fakes the shot, drives in, wants to get into the paint, and a nice steal there from Katie Klossner. Katie Klossner back the other way, makes a move on Miller, goes up with the left, and it's good. 34-29, Washington leading Westminster. Kendall Miller, the sophomore guard, just too small there to stop Katie Klossner on the fast break. Klossner is a senior and has that experience over Miller. Miller with the ball now, giving it to Kendall Adams. Adams off the left side with the right hand, now the left, and goes up hard and misses the shot. It'll head back the other way. I think she was looking for a tip, a foul, something to get her team the ball back. But the ref is not budging as Madeline Homely checks out for Washington. Her team has a 5-point lead on the road with 2 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Grace Fortman will be credited with the block on Kendall Adams. Adams is 5 of 10 from the field. Pretty efficient, 1 of 4 from deep, however. She has 14 points. She likes to take 3-pointers, like I said, takes almost 8 per game. As Sondag has the ball off the left side, she has a step on Miller but misses. Sondag has been atrocious from the field this season. and misses on the smaller, clearly smaller sophomore Miller. Kendall Adams with the ball at the top of the key, gives it off to Miller. Miller into the corner for Imamura. Imamura has a step and goes up with the right hand. A nice little move, and it's good. Ray Imamura with a right-handed layup. She's played a majority of this first half for Westminster and gets a nice bucket there. Three ball taken from Sondag. It's no good. Her shooting struggles continue for Rachel Sondag. Back down to the right side of the court, Callie Dowler. Dowler with the rock, wants to get it down to her big. And popped off for Miller. Miller's going to take the three, and it's no good. It's off the back rim. Clark Callender ran after the ball until her teammates on the bench said, listen, it's our ball if it goes out of bounds. So Clark Callender stops herself, and Washington will take the ball with 1:53 remaining in the first half. 34-31, the Bears lead the Blue Jays. So a pretty average half for both teams. I'd say Westminster going to, probably on pace to finish under their 76 points per game thus far. They've shot poorly from the field, but a really good offensive performance and a regular one from Washington. Right when I say it, the broadcasters curse, they turn it over on the sideline. Westminster will have it with 1 minute and 43 seconds remaining. Ray Imamura, after a very short break, is back into the game. The primary ball handler for this Blue Jay squad will be back out there, and I'd bet all the money in the world that she's going to get this ball on the inbound. Imamura with the rock. It's 34-31 with a minute 40 remaining. These last 1 minute and 40 seconds can be really important for both teams to finish strong at the end of the first half. Of course, starting and ending a half, extremely important. A foul is called on Westminster. It's an offensive foul on Kendall Adams. She's struggling with fouls. She's now up to 3, and she must check out. So probably the end of the half for Kendall Adams. Oh, excuse me, it was called on Miracle Johnson. That's a big break for Westminster. Miracle Johnson getting the foul, but that's her second. So this team in foul trouble. Regardless, they're lucky that Kendall Adams didn't get her third. Nevertheless, she'll check out. Michaela Jackson coming back in. Clark Callender in the corner. It's good. Back to Clark Callender, the senior guard, smacking home a three. The point guard. With a minute 5 remaining, Westminster down by 6. It's 37-31. Top of the key, Dowler bumped. Oh, it almost gets and one with 3, but she's fouled beyond the three-point line. You know what that means? She'll go to the line for 3 free throws. So a nice play there from Callie Dowler to get to the line. Leading scorers in this one in the first half, Madeline Homely, as we are under 1 minute, 14 points. Matching her production is Kendall Adams with 14. As Dowler misses the free throw. These are pivotal. She's got to hit these to end the half. Go into the half maybe down 5 or 6 instead of 6, 7, 8, or 9. She hits the second. Nice recovery on the second free throw for Dowler. Dowler's up to 9 points. She's the second leading scorer for Westminster and in the game. Excuse me, she's the third, of course, with Adams and Homely tied with 14. With the ball now is Clark Callender. Giving it off to Sondag, and she hits it. Rachel Sondag hit it from the corner after Dowler made 2 of her 3 free throws. 45 seconds remaining. Westminster up by 6. They called that a 2. A 2-point jump shot there for Rachel Sondag. Her foot just inside of the 3-point line. A nice break for Westminster. Abby Reese with the ball, hands it off to Jackson. Michaela Jackson with it. Another dribble handoff back to Reese. A little give and go here with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Callie Dowler into the corner for Miller, and Miller fakes the 3. 5, 4, 3. It's Reese. Reese takes it blocked. But a rebound. It's a shot clock violation. Katie Klausner, the senior guard, off the bench saying and gives it right back to Westminster with no time remaining on the shot clock. It's a shot clock violation, and the ball is heading back the other way. The turnover being handed to Jaden Monig of Westminster. A wonderful half here for the Washington Bears. Shot the ball really well, 59.3% from the field. Have been solid from the free throw line, 5 of 7. And have scored 13 points off of Westminster turnovers and they lead by 6. It shows on the scoreboard. Shot clock turned off with 8-7. Clark Callender with the ball, gives it up to Sondag. Clark Callender has it again on the right side. 4-3. Klausner with the 3, the senior, no good. It's off the front rim. Rebound Clark Callender. She didn't get it off in time, and it's short anyway. Washington leading 39-33 going into the half. A wonderful half for the Bears. And some adjustments are going to be needed to be made by head coach James Arnold of Westminster. His team down by 6 and shooting a measly 35.3% from the field. I'm Nash Walker. When we come back, second half, take a little break for halftime on the Blue Jay Sports Network. Welcome back for second half action between the hosting Blue Jays of Westminster and the visiting Bears of Washington University. I am Nash Walker, and I'm elated to bring you the second part of this showdown. Westminster struggled to find the bottom of the basket in the first half, shooting just 35.3% from the field. Washington U, however, scored at a 57.1% clip, and it is a large reason that they hold the lead 39-33. The good news for the Blue Jays is that despite such a poor shooting half, they only trail by 6 points. Kendall Adams will need to be more efficient as she shot just 1 of 4 from deep in the first half. For the Bears, continuing to pound the ball to Madeline Holmley will be the key to victory. She has 14 points on 9 shots. Let's rock in the second half here as Washington starts with the ball. And without further ado, Becca Clark-Callender inbounds it to Madeline Holmley. Having a wonderful first half was Katie Klossner, and she dishes it out to Clark-Callender, who misses the three-pointer. Three taken there and missed by Dowler. Clark-Callender with the rock now for Washington. Back out to Clark-Callender at the top of the key. Carolyn Ballard on the court now with Klausner. Klausner starting the second half after a great first half with the shot, and missing again is Sondag. And Johnson comes down with the rebound, and Imamura has the ball coming back the other way. We've said her name a lot because she holds the ball a lot for this Blue Jays team. She had a nice reverse layup in the first half. We'll see if she can score more, but giving it to the primary scorer, Kendall Adams, with a nice dribble handoff move, and in. It's on the floor, though. She scored the bucket just for style because the foul was called before the shot was attempted here in the third quarter. 8 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, have yet to score a point either team. A minute and 10 seconds into this third quarter. Imamura will inbound the ball for Westminster, getting it out to Adams. Adams to the left side, shoots, fires. It's off the back rim, a brick. Coming back the other way is Klausner. She's been pushing the ball up court all game long, down to Sondag. Sondag into Homily. Homily goes up and misses. A rare miss again there from Madeline Homily, missing her first attempt of the second half. And here comes Imamura back the other way after the rebound from guess who? Miracle Johnson. Johnson with the ball now at the top of the key, gives it off to Adams. Adams for three. It's no good. It goes off the rim, backboard, and out. And here comes Klausner on the run back the other way once again. Gives it out to Sondag for three. Yes! Rachel Sondag hitting the three-pointer. A nice three ball there from Sondag, who's shooting just 25.7% from three this season, but a really nice stroke there to give her team the now 9-point lead after the three ball. Here's Reese, Abby Reese, looking to respond, gets it out to Dowler. Dowler hits the three in response. And they're down by 6 once again, exchanging threes for the first 6 points of this half. 7:38 remaining here in the third quarter. Down to Homily with the right hand, foul called, and one. Madeline Homily fouled by Ray Imamura. We talked about that mismatch earlier. Imamura came out on top last time, drawing the offensive foul, but this time it's Homily drawing the foul and scoring. 44-36, she has an opportunity to once again take a 9-point lead for her team. She's 7 of 11, from the field, and she gets the free throw, a much-needed free throw. She's 3 of 3 from the line, and now is up to 17 points on the game. Madeline Homily leaving her mark and trying to come away with a road victory. Imamura with the ball at the top of the key now gives it off to Adams. Adams on the left side, and she loves that left-hand dribble. And a bad pass there. It's going to be an over and back for Westminster. Imamura tried to save it. A miscommunication there from Adams and Abby Reese. And Washington University will have the rock coming back the other end of the court. Katie Klossner inbounds to Clark-Callender. Clark-Callender dribbling down to the left side and hanging it back off to Katie Klossner. Klossner, nice pass to Sondag for three. It's an air ball, but it's off the front rim. Looked like it was an air ball, but it got just a shade of that front rim. Sondag did. Drops it into Homily. She's immediately double teamed, and a travel is called. She can't believe it, but Imamura came down on a nice double team to stop Homily. It's certainly something they talked about in the locker room, shutting down Madeline Homily. Imamura will push at the orders of her head coach, James Arnold. Adams with the ball on the left side. Gives it back off to Imamura. Imamura to Reese. Abby Reese back to Imamura. Imamura looking for a pick and roll with Adams, trying to get her open for a three, and she comes in off the right foot and gets it to go. Kendall Adams with her first bucket of the second half. Klossner running back the other way against Imamura. Nice transition defense from Ray Imamura, the point guard, down to Homily. Homily double teamed by Johnson and Dowley. Back up to Klossner. And with the double team, someone is left open, but Washington's not going to take advantage of it. Wide open down low is Katie Klossner. A defensive break on the side of Westminster. And Katie Klossner gets another bucket for Washington. They lead by 9, 47-38 with 5:57 to go in the third quarter here at the historic gym in Westminster. Top of the key is Dowley. She shoots the three, and it's good. Smacking it home is Kaylee Dowler. And cuts the lead to 6. It was 6 at half, and it's 6 once again. We'll take a short break for the timeout. When we come back, 47-41, Washington leading on the road. Welcome back to the historic gym. Washington University leading this one 47-41 on the road against the Westminster Blue Jays. Into the corner now for Washington University to Haley Semple. Katie Klossner with the ball, giving it off to Homily, and a nice defensive play there. Getting a loud ovation from the crowd is Abby Reese. Really nice defensive play there from Abby Reese. Washington will still have the ball after the ball is knocked out by the Blue Jays. Into Homily, back out wide open is Haley Semple. It's off. A double team on Homily results in Semple wide open on the three-point line. That's a mismatch, or a matchup, excuse me, that Westminster will take 10 out of 10 times. Semple giving it off there. And coming back in with the right hand, that time misses off the front rim. 2 missed shots in a row for Semple. Coming back the other way is Imamura. Imamura giving it off. And a carry, I believe, called, or maybe a foul on Washington. Westminster with the rock on the inbound, getting it into Johnson. Imamura at the top of the key. Into the corner for Miller. Imamura back with it now. Gives it off to Abby Reese. She's got it. She calls out a play with 19 on the shot clock. 4:45 on the game clock for the third quarter. Imamura back off to Michaela Jackson. Jackson going in hard, and a foul is called. I believe the foul called on Haley Semple there. That's her third. Inbound play to Johnson. Johnson hits it off the left side. Really nice jump shot there from Miracle Johnson for her 5th and 6th point of the game. 47-43, the lead cut to 4. Washington over Westminster. Top of the key now. Sondag trying to get down to Homily, and a steal from Johnson. A wonderful sequence for Miracle Johnson. Here's Ray Imamura at the top of the key. Tells Michaela Jackson to cut through the paint. Johnson with it rather on the left hand. Goes up, and it's too hard. Too much on the attempted layup for Johnson. Semple giving it off, and a wonderful move by Sondag, but she can't get it in. The shooting woes again continuing for Rachel Sondag. So Westminster comes back the other way, down by 4. With it now is Abby Reese, looking to make a move on Haley Semple with the 3 fouls, but Jackson comes in and a foul is called. It's on the court. So not a shooting foul on Washington, just a block. Is checking into the game is Stephanie Botkin, the 6-foot senior from Cedar Rapids for Washington. Westminster with the ball now on the inbound. Miller in the corner with it. She's played a lot tonight, the sophomore has. That is Kendall Miller. Ema Murrow with the ball at the top of the key, gives it off to Miller. She's going to look to do something with it, but hands it right back to Ema Murrow, the primary ball handler. Handing it off to Michaela Jackson. Jackson gets it down low, trying to get it down low at least, to John A. Williams. She played just 2 minutes in the first half, Williams, but checking back in with 3:18 remaining in the third quarter. At the line now is Williams. She gets the first to go. Shot distribution for Westminster this year, we've seen a lot of the same as Williams misses the second free throw. Adams takes an average of 16.3 shots per game, and Johnson takes 13.3. As and one fouled on the play is Isabel Hren. Really good take to the basket for her. She played only 8 minutes in the first half, so spark plugs off the bench. Getting to the free throw line is Isabel Hren. She'll have an opportunity for 3. Her team up by 5 here on the road. Misses the free throw though, and a nice offensive board from Botkin. Westminster has struggled on the boards thus far, but a foul called on Westminster, so another opportunity for Washington to double up. They already lead by 5. Total rebounds tonight, Westminster 18-16. Washington now has 3 offensive boards, and this one is crucial as we wind down the third quarter, just over 3 minutes remaining. 3 ball taken, Grace Fortman, it's off the front rim. Fortman missing, Johnson with the rebound, and Westminster's going to push it. Ema Murrow barking out play calls, gets it up to Johnson, the leading scorer for this Blue Jays team. She's been a little invisible tonight. Shot, score, Dowler. Callie Dowler with another bucket. She played 16 minutes in that first half and played a lot so far. Again for Westminster in the second half, but a nice left hand there from Stephanie Botkin, the 6-foot forward. 51-46 in favor of Washington with 2:28 remaining in the third quarter. Miller takes a 3, and it's good. No, it's just out and rims out, and a great offensive board, and a foul is called as Abby Reese barrels to the basket. She was held back by a Washington player. Not sure who got the call there, but Reese will go to the line for 2. Washington U up by 5 with 2:21 remaining. Free throw there is good from Reese. Abby Reese with her first point of the game. It's a 3-point match here at Westminster. Thanks to the free throws from Reese. Coming in is Clark Callender now, and she's fouled and bumped by Dowler. Callie Dowler picking up the foul there. Excuse me, it was called on Ray Imamura, maybe on the backside. A nice 2 free throws from Abby Reese, and it's a 3-point match, a 1-shot game for Westminster. They should feel fortunate that it's this close. Washington has shot the ball super well tonight. Just hasn't been able to pull away as Clark Callender goes to the right hand and misses. Johnson tries to grab the rebound, but the ref calls it Westminster ball. Clark Callender's laughing. She can't believe that was called. I thought for sure it was off the hand of Miracle Johnson, but the ref knows otherwise, and the ref is the one who decides that, not the broadcaster. Kendall Adams with the ball on the right side. She was looking for Abby Reese. It's good she didn't give it to her because Haley Semple was all over Reese. To the right hand, Adams. Into the corner for Johnson. Johnson shot, score! It's 51-50, and all of a sudden it's a one-point game with 1:35 remaining in the third quarter. What a fun game tonight. Clark Callender with the ball for Washington, gives it off to Botkin. Botkin with the right hand, and it's no good. She had a wide open bucket, but she couldn't put it in. Was Stephanie Botkin. Adams with the ball again and gives it off to Dowler. Dowler's taking a couple of three balls from about 35 feet out tonight, but she will elect to take it to her left hand, goes in hard, and it's no good. A good take there from Dowler, however, but the ball just didn't find the bottom of the basket. Coming in hard now is Semple. Semple with the right hand, fouled by Abby Reese. Abby Reese picking up her third foul, and Westminster is looking at 3 for Reese, 2 for Adams, and 2 for Johnson. Also with 3 is Ray Imamura, the point guard. So a lot of fouls called tonight on Westminster. For Washington, a plethora of players have 2 fouls. Botkin, Sondag, Homily, and Wren. Semple has 3. But she's out there nonetheless for Coach Randy Henderson. Haley Semple at the line, misses the second, after making the first. Madeline Homily with a great offensive board. We haven't called her name much in the second half. She hasn't taken many shots and hasn't scored much as a result. Clark Callender goes to the basket, and a really nice finish for Becca Clark Callender, senior guard, 5'7" from Springfield, Virginia. The monstrous finish there in the paint with 47 and counting on the clock, seconds in the third quarter. 54-50. Washington leads, and now with the basketball, turning it over is Westminster. Going to the basket with a wide open lane, and scoring is Isabel Wren. She has 5 quick points in the third quarter. Spark plug off the bench, Isabel Wren, after playing just 8 minutes in the first half. So 7 points now for Wren. After the nice basket in transition, she had a wide open lane and took it herself. Adams with the ball now. Shot clock is turned off with 7-6. Gives it to Miller. Miller misses off the front rim. She's had a tough shooting night. Homily with the rebound. Trying to get up for a shot. Miller has it. Puts it up with 1 second. Oh, and it's short. We've seen that twice tonight. Imamura and Miller shooting just short with no time left on the clock. Looking for the buzzer beater. End of the third quarter. Washington 56. Westminster 50. Scoring that quarter was even. 17 apiece for both teams. And Washington holds the 6-point edge here behind 17 points from Madeline Homily. Rachel Sondag up to 12. Callie Dowler for Westminster had a wonderful quarter. She has 18. Kendall Adams with 16. And possibly the main headline for Westminster has been Miracle Johnson with just 8 points. She averages 17.3 per game. She does have 12 rebounds, but she's taken just 7 shots. She usually takes 13, so you got to think she's going to be involved here in the fourth quarter, saving some gas in the tank possibly. We're going to take a short break before the fourth quarter. 56-50, Washington leads Westminster at the historic gym. Minutes to go in this matchup. Westminster hosting Washington University tonight on their home floor and trailing by 6. So we'll see the grit of the Blue Jays tonight and see how they face adversity. They've won 6 straight games, but tonight they are trailing. And I talked about it a little bit with Miracle Johnson. Kind of an ineffective game. She's been really good from the field, but just hasn't been very involved. She's got 12 boards, but shooting-wise, only 7 shot attempts tonight. Kicking it out to Adams is Dowler, and Adams has a nice spin move, and it's blocked, but foul called on Madeline Homily. Block, and going to the line for 2 will be Kendall Adams. Homily picking up her 3rd foul of the game. So Madeline Homily with a double-double tonight. She has 17 points and 10 rebounds. Her averages on the season are 15.5 points and 7 rebounds. So, kind of an average game for her, but more boards. She's been really good at grabbing rebounds tonight. As Adams looks to make her 2nd free throw, and she misses. She's 1 for 2 from the line. Lane violation on Westminster will send the ball in the other direction regardless. Clark Callender with it now on the inbounds from Wren. Clark Callender wants to take it to the basket on Imamura, but she quickly is outed. And an awkward pass there to Isabel Wren at the top of the key. Wren with it, getting it down to Semple. Semple out to Clark Callender. Callender with the right hand. She's got it. It's good. Clark Callender with a nice layup on the right side with the right finger roll. And Washington leads 58-51. 3, quick back the other way by Reese, but it's no good. Offensive board is good by Kendall Adams. Great play from Adams to get the bucket up and in after the offensive rebound, keeping her team in it. It's a 5-point game now. Washington to Homily. Homily misses. A nice defensive play from Miracle Johnson. She gives it up to Imamura, over to Adams. Adams on the left side after a really gritty play on the offensive end. She gets to her left. She's got a step, and she goes in and scores. Kendall Adams. Really nice move to get into the lane, and she's taking this game herself for Westminster. If you're not going to score, I will, says Kendall Adams. And she's got 21 points on 8 of 15 shooting. It's a 3-point ball game. Clark Callender with it now on the left side, just outside the 3-point arc. Back to Homily on Johnson again. Johnson done a really good job on Homily in the second half after just a bursting point output for Homily in the first half, but Johnson doing a wonderful job thus far. Foul called there on Ray Imamura. For Imamura, that is foul number 4. With the right hand and getting it out to Clark Callender was Isabel Wren, but Clark Callender could not put the 3-pointer in. The no-look pass from Imamura to Adams. Adams with the switch. She will have Haley Semple on her, and she chooses not to take care of that matchup. Reese is rejected by Isabel Wren. Abby Reese trying to get it to the basket, and Wren says, and sends it back. Westminster basketball with 17 on the shot clock and 8 minutes and 3 seconds on the game clock in this 4th quarter. Miracle Johnson with the ball on the left side. Gives it off to Michaela Jackson. Michaela Jackson hit a 3 earlier. See if she tries to create some space on the ball for herself here, but gives it off to Adams. Adams from way downtown. It's no good. That was a bomb from Adams. I think she saw the shot clock was winding down and took a 3-pointer. She's 1 of 6 from 3 tonight after that miss. Tough shooting evening from Kendall Adams from beyond the arc. She's got 21, however. Callie Dowler has 18 for Westminster. Clark Callender on the left side gives it off to Wren. Wren down to Homily, back out to Wren. Fakes the 3, goes in with the right hand and pops it back out for Madeline Homily. Puts it through to Clark Callender. Down on the right side again is Wren. 7-6 on the shot clock. Homily fouled hard by Abby Reese. Going to the line is Madeline Homily. She's got 17 tonight and is 3 for 3 from the free throw line. She gets 2 more here. Her team is up 58-55. Washington over Westminster with 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. She gets the first to make it a 4-point lead. She's now up to 18. She misses the second, her first miss of the night, but an offensive board from Isabel Wren. She's been so good off the bench for this team. Gives it off now, and the bucket is good from Homily. So she gets the points anyway. And a really nice bucket there from Madeline Homily to get her point output up to 20 for the night. Kendall Adams with it, a nifty little move, but she's fouled by Homily. She split between the two defenders and tried to get it up and was fouled. She'll go to the line for 2 now. Her team is down 6. Westminster down 6 with 6 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the game. She gets the first one and cuts it to a 5-point deficit. Adams now up to 22 points on the evening. We knew it would be a battle between Adams and Homily, and it has not disappointed. The two have combined for 42 points tonight. Missing the second is Adams, and the rebound is taken there by Haley Semple. Semple to Clark Callender. Clark Callender gives it off, and a 3-ball is taken and missed by the 6-foot Stephanie Bodkin. That'd be scary if she could shoot the 3 too. It looked like she's got a nice stroke, but that one was no good. And Westminster will have an opportunity now, down 5 with 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Kendall Adams gets a step on Haley Semple and takes the shot, and it's good. Kendall Adams is quick, and she beat Haley Semple around the right side to cut this game to 3. It's a 3-point lead for Washington. It's 61-58 here with 6 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. Out to Clark Callender in the corner. She fakes the 3, pops up on Michaela Jackson. She'll take it in, and it's a travel. Her foot slid. A sliding right foot of Becca Clark Callender forces the turnover, and with a 3-ball, Westminster will tie this ball game. Michaela Jackson taking it up. 61-58, we're under 6 minutes remaining in the final quarter of play. Uh-oh, Kendall Adams in and bucket. 61-60, it's a 1-point ball game. Kendall Adams has caught fire. She's got 24 now. And Westminster leads the quarter 10-5. Another good defensive play from Johnson. Abby Reese hits the floor with Rachel Sondag. And Kendall Adams takes it herself back the other way. Out to Reese. Reese with the left hand. Spin move. Fires, and it's no good. It's short. Isabel Wren back the other way. She's been really good tonight for Washington. It looks like she's going to take this herself. A nice move and fouled by Abby Reese. Reese had her hand straight in the air. She just can't believe that the foul was called, and she's head straight to the bench. She knew she was going to have to be taken out, with her 5th foul. James Arnold having to sit down Abby Reese with her 5th foul. Foul trouble. The fouls are racking up for Westminster. Ray Imamura scarily has 4. Miracle Johnson with 2, Kendall Adams with 2, so they would be safe as they've been able to stay clean here for a better part of the second half. At the line now is Isabel Wren. She's got 7 points. 4 points. And she makes the first free throw to bring it to 5. 62-60 with 5:19 remaining. Isabel Wren at the free throw line. Her second of 2 is no good. It pops out, and on the rebound, guess who? Miracle Johnson. She's into the teens with her rebounds now. She's got 14. 15 with that last one. Imamura hits the court hard, and Clark Callender is called for the foul. A nice drive from Ray Imamura, drawing the foul from Becca Clark Callender. It's a 2-point ball game. This one's getting intense with just over 5 minutes remaining. Left hand, right hand, Adams going in, and 1. No, it's on the floor. It's a charge. Charge called on Kendall Adams. That's her 3rd with 5 minutes left in the game. Kendall Adams drove hard. She dropped the shoulder. And a lot of this crowd expected that to be an and 1 as the basket went in, but the charge is called on Kendall Adams. It's unfortunate for those Westminster Blue Jays. Clark Calendar will take up the ball for Washington University now. Hands it off to Carolyn Ballard. Isabel run with it now at the top of the key, giving it off to guess who? It's Madeline Homeley. Clark Calendar back into the corner for Carolyn Ballard. Ballard over to Wren. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Clark Calendar with it at the top of the key. Gets it to the free throw line. Homeley with it. 5 on the shot clock. 4. Travel called on Madeline Homeley. A tremendous defensive sequence there for the Westminster Blue Jays. It's a 2-point ball game, 62-60 with 4 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the final quarter of play. Top of the key with it is Michaela Jackson. Foul called in the paint on Washington. Number 12, Carolyn Ballard being called for the foul there. Like I said, the fouls are just racking up for both teams. The starting 5 of Washington has combined for 12 fouls tonight. Haley Semple has 4. But the foul that time on Ballard, and that was her first of the night. Good thing for Washington. Dowler with the ball now, and another foul call. It's a double dribble, actually, on Dowler. Another turnover for Westminster. They had a chance to tie it up or perhaps take the lead with a 3. But the possession arrow is in favor of Washington, and they hold the 2-point lead with 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Into the corner to Ballard. She gets to the free throw line and misses off the back rim. Westminster will get the basketball back, down by 2 after the foul from Madeline Homeley. That's her 4th. And in the bonus now are the Blue Jays. Miracle Johnson going to the line with 3:58 on the clock in the fourth quarter. Miracle Johnson, the leading scorer for this Blue Jay team, hits the first free throw. And Johnson is up to 9 points on the night. With this free throw, that would be a double-double for Johnson. She has 16 boards and misses the second free throw off the back rim. So 9 points and 16 boards for Miracle Johnson. And a timeout called by Washington. They're up by 1. It's 62-61. This is going to be a fun finish, folks. 3:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. We will be back shortly. (62-61) in this interconference matchup. Washington University traveling tonight to the historic gym, where the Westminster Blue Jays have been undefeated this season, but getting tested tonight by this strong Bears team. Clark Calendar takes the ball up. The Bears have shot 48.1% from the field. Had a tougher second half as Madeline Homeley gets inside with the right hand and finishes. Really nice play there from Madeline Homeley. She's up to 22 points on the game, and Washington leads by 3 once again. Block there. And out of bounds off of Dowler. What a play by Carolyn Ballard of Washington University with the block, and then the ball deflecting off of Dowler for the turnover. It's a dead ball rebound for Washington. Getting it down low to Homeley. She goes up quickly with it and then knocks it out of bounds herself, but they say it's Washington ball. Looked like hands came through on the side of Homeley, but the referee says she saw differently after the missed layup and rebound. Clark Calendar, dribble move with 7:6 on the shot clock. Clark Calendar with the right hand finishes. Really nice play from the senior Becca Clark Calendar, and it's 66-61 here at the historical gymnasium. Miracle Johnson with the ball at the top of the key now, giving it off to Kelly Dowler, and an offensive foul again on Westminster on Kendall Adams. That's her fourth. Timeout taken here by Washington. They lead by 5 with 2:47 remaining. If Westminster's not careful, this one's going to be tough to close this gap. Kendall Adams with her fourth foul. And it looks like it was a 30-second timeout for Washington. Coach James Arnold exchanging words with the referee. We'll take a short break during this timeout. 66 Washington, 61 Westminster with 2:47 remaining in the fourth quarter. .247 left here at Westminster University. They're down by 5. This would be their first home loss of the season and their third loss of the season overall. They're 6-2. They've won 6 straight. Excuse me, they're 6-1. I'm getting ahead of myself. Shouldn't count them out for this one. They're 6-1 after losing their opener, with just 61 points at home tonight. They average 76 per game, so I think partly because Washington has played strong defense and because Westminster partly has shot the ball horrendously. 38.6% from the field have the Blue Jays shot tonight. Playing good defense now on Washington. 13 seconds remain on the shot clock. Homily kicks it out to Clark Callender. She fakes the 3 and will take it herself. A nice cut. Getting it inside and back out to Wren. Wren to Clark Callender with 4 on the shot clock. Fires off. It's a game of inches. That ball almost went in. The 3 ball. Back the other way comes Imamura. 5-point game. Could have been easily an 8-point game had that ball rolled in, but for the 4th or 5th time tonight, these rims have been unforgiving to miss 3-pointers. Kendall Adams with the rock now. She looks like she wants to take it herself on the right side. Gives it off to Johnson. Johnson for 3. It's Michaela Jackson. Yes! For 3, Michaela Jackson. A monstrous 3-pointer to make it a 2-point game with 1:45 remaining. 1 bucket away are Westminster. The Westminster Blue Jays, excuse me. Clark Callender takes it out. Going in and a really nice finish for Carolyn Ballard. Making it a 4-point game with 90 seconds on the clock in the 4th quarter. Coach James Arnold wants his team to push, telling Ray Imamura to run. But they want to play half-court ball with 17 on the shot clock. They want to get a quality shot here. Back out to Imamura. The shot clock now down to 10. She's got it herself. Going in with the left hand, looking for someone. There's no one there. Jackson with it. 5-4 on the shot clock. Imamura's going to have to shoot. Imamura from 3. It's good! Oh my goodness! Ray Imamura smacks home a 3-pointer to make it a 1-point ball game. It's 68-67. Washington University leads. We'll take a short break. When we come back, it's a 1-point ball game with 1 minute on the clock. Ray Imamura has taken just 4 shots tonight, but perhaps with the biggest bucket from 3 for the Westminster Blue Jays, making it 68-67. Washington leading. The Washington Bears from St. Louis leading with 1 minute left, and a timeout was called. after Imamura smacked home that three-pointer. Ray Imamura has 5 points, 2 assists tonight with 4 fouls, so a tougher night for Ray Imamura. She doesn't average a whole lot, but that three-pointer was monumental. And without further ado, the girls are back on the court in a 1-point ball game. This may come down to the final possession between these two. It's been a battle all night. Washington University has led for a majority of this contest, but a stop and a score would put Westminster ahead with under a minute on the clock. Inbound pass to Becca Clark-Callender, and here we go, 55 on the shot clock. Becca Clark-Callender with it, the senior. They want it in the senior's hands. Dishing it out to Rachel Sondag. Clark-Callender back out to Isabel Wren. Isabel Wren with it. She's had a great second half. Gives it to Carolyn Ballard. Down to Madeline Homily. Homily, it's no good. Rebound there from Michaela Jackson, and she's going to take it herself. Gives it off to Kendall Adams. 35 on the shot clock. And 25 on the shot clock. 30 seconds on the game clock. Down by 1. The Westminster Blue Jays. Kendall Adams has the ball. Crowd is on their feet. This is exciting. Down to 20 seconds on the game clock, 10 on the shot clock. Adams has it still at just over half court. She takes it on her left hand, goes up with the right. It's off. Oh no, but they get the offensive board. It's Imamura with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it out to Adams for 3. She's got it! The crowd erupts. It's Kendall Adams for 3. And Westminster takes a 2-point lead with 6 seconds left in the game. Wow! Kendall Adams misses the 2-point shot and smacks home the three-pointer. Ray Imamura with the offensive board and assist to Adams. And Kendall Adams ups her point total to 29. Back-to-back three-pointers for Westminster. They lead by 2. The crowd goes crazy at the historic gym, and now they're on their feet, clapping it up as Washington will have an opportunity to tie it up with 6 seconds left when we come back. After the short timeout break, we are back in the fourth quarter. 6.7 seconds on the game clock. Washington University with the basketball. They have shot 48.3% from the field tonight, and they trail by 2. Westminster trots their 5 out there. It's going to be Imamura, Miller, Dowler, Johnson, and Adams on the court. Washington with the ball at midcourt, giving it off to Isabel Wren. Down to Madeline Homely. They want her to take it. She goes with the right hand, and it's off! And Westminster gets the rebound, and they will win! Westminster gets the rebound after the Homely miss, which would have sent this game into overtime. But the Westminster Blue Jays win at home in an absolutely stolen game, despite shooting just 41% from the field to Washington's 47.5% from the field. Westminster takes it at home and improves their winning streak to 7 in a row and 4 straight at home. What a wonderful finish. It was Kendall Adams. She was the star. She hit the big shot, but don't forget about Ray Imamura, the point guard, hitting a crucial 3 with a minute left. The last 3 points of the game going to Westminster. They take the fourth quarter 20-12. A heartbreaking defeat for Washington University. They played so well tonight and could not come away with the victory. Nash Walker, it was an honor to call this one for you. Washington University falling to 4-3. Westminster improving to 7-1 before conference play. Final score here, Washington U 70, Westminster 68. What a finish. Thanks for listening on the Blue Jay Sports Network. checking off and have a wonderful evening, excuse me.